I want to give you one quick trick. If you have been feeling overwhelmed, or if you find yourself in the future feeling overwhelmed, here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a couple deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Ah, just like that. And do that 2, 3, 4 times. Maybe do that for a minute straight if you need to. Want you to settle in to the moment, slow down your heart rate. Just start arriving in your body. This is going to stop all of the, as I like to call it, hamster wheels spinning in your head and help you think more clearly. This will also improve your cognitive capacity. This is going to improve your performance. Breathing does so many things for help regulating our bodies and our nervous systems. So whenever you're in doubt or in a moment of stress, make sure to breathe first. Next, if you're struggling with overwhelm, a lot of thoughts in your head racing around, you feel like you have a lot to do, you're not sure how you're going to get everything done. We've all been there. I've certainly been there. You're going to do what I call brain dump. You're going to write down every possible thought that you are thinking about that's in your head. You can burn it later, throw it out, whatever. No one has to see this. Just write down everything and get it on a piece of paper. You can do this on your notes on your iPhone if you want to. I actually prefer writing by hand when I'm in this kind of situation, and the research also backs that up, that it is a bit more beneficial to write by hand than on a phone. But if that's all you have, that is totally fine. It will work too. Write down a list of everything you're thinking about, all your concerns, the things you have to do, thoughts that come through your head at 2 a.m. or midnight, whenever you're trying to fall asleep. Write everything down. You can use multiple sheets of paper or sort things into different categories if you want to separate what you're doing. So once you have everything down on paper, I want you to think about the things you can control and the things you can't control. For all the things that you can't control, and if it helps to actually, mark or star or highlight or cross out the things you can't control, do that. But for everything that you can't control, take a breath and let it go, or try to create a new perspective on it. How can you think about this thing a little bit differently? And at the least, it's like, I can't do anything about this right now, so I'll revisit it when I can. And then I want you to focus on the things you can control. I want you to star or mark or highlight them, the things that are top priority, urgent, that are the most important to complete. Somehow highlight those. And then from that list, see how we're slowly making this list smaller? From that list, make a priority list. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So give everything a priority. So if you have 10 things that you're like, these are all top priority, make sure you have 1 through 10. Don't put 3 on number 1, actually make 1, 2, 3. And then you can start tackling those one by one. This is an excellent way to not only stop the thoughts from going in your head and keep you spinning and make you feel overwhelmed and stress you out, which then stresses you out more. And then you feel like you have even less time to do what you need to do. This will help you settle down and create a actionable plan. Last, give yourself a deadline. Look at the week or 2 weeks ahead. Look at your practice and game schedule, your class schedule. Make sure that you have time to do the things you want to do. I like to block my calendar whenever I'm working on something, so that if it ends up taking longer and I have to move something else out of the way, at least I know, I have this hour I have to find later in the week. So it's super helpful for me to do that. If you have questions on this, just pop them in the comments below. I can explain this a little bit more, but this is a very simple technique you can use anytime you're feeling overwhelmed. Again, don't forget to breathe. And maybe it's not that you're overwhelmed with everything you have to do and you have to create these action items. Sometimes it's just about getting the stuff out of your head. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Make it a great week.